watching West Hartford Community Television.
You're watching West Hartford Community Television.
You're watching West Hartford Community Television. Yay!
For the community, by the community.
Hi, this is Princess Bola Adelani, the Total Success Coach, welcoming you to the May broadcast of Inspire Success, your monthly dose of inspiration power, the program that equips you with the power and inspiration for total success. That is success at work and in life. Thank you for tuning in. Before I begin today's message, I want to first of all thank you. Thank you, like I said, for tuning in, and thank you to all of you who responded to my gesture last month and sent me emails and wrote me letters and introduced themselves and offered words of encouragement. I want to thank you so much for writing. I want to thank you for the positive feedback, the suggestions, and just your vote of confidence. If you did not get a chance to write, today is another day. This month is another month. And, you just keep those letters coming in. Through your letters, I know how I can better serve you. I also want to thank all those who responded to my on-air invitation last month and attended the 2009 Total Woman Conference in Meriden. Thank you for attending and making the conference a huge success. We will be airing clips from the conference in the months to come. So welcome also to the month of May. I can't believe it's the 5th month of 2009 already. And when I think May, I think Mother's Day. And so I want to seize this opportunity to wish all mothers and prospective mothers happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. I want to encourage all mothers out there to take the time to celebrate and indulge in themselves. Even if you don't have anyone to celebrate you, you celebrate yourself. And I want to encourage the men also to take the day and not forget to celebrate the women in their lives. Well, I'm going to be going straight into today's message, and I've titled it, New Day, New Tools, New Strategies. Yes, that's what I said. New day, new tools, new strategies. New day. It is a new day. I'm still referencing the economic predicament that we're facing as a nation, and I'm using that circumstances to assert the fact that it is indeed a new day in America. It's a new day economically. We have not seen a day like this since the turn of the century. Apparently, since the 1930s, the Great Depression, America has not suffered so badly economically. Unemployment is rising. Businesses are closing down. People are losing their homes, watching their 401ks become 201ks. It is definitely a new day for us economically. We are so used to the prosperity and affluence and spending, and so for us, it's a new day. It's a new day spiritually. These are the days that the Bible refers to as perilous times, when people are, anti-God, when God is no more than an F word, a swear word. It's a new day spiritually. There are wars and famines and earthquakes and rumors of wars. It's a new day spiritually. People are killing themselves, and it's a new day psychologically. It's a day of fear. It's a day of despair. It's a day of hopelessness. It's a new day socially. We find that more and more people are holding on tight to their wallets, deepening the recession and increasing poverty. A lot of many non-profits are closing down. It's a new day politically. We have the first African-American president in the history of, I would say, the Western world. You know, an African-American man in office, beating Hillary Clinton, John McCain. I mean, both political household names and icons. A one-term senator. In America, it is definitely a new day politically. It is a new day for us geographically. There is much talk about climate change and global warming and conservation and going green. I'm sure by now you agree with me that it is a new day. And a new day calls for new tools and new strategies. One of my favorite Bible verses are the words of Jesus in the Gospels, where he said that no man or woman putted new wine into old bottles. New wine must be put into new bottles. That simply means we cannot use old tools or old methods or old strategies for new things and expect to succeed. We cannot sew a piece of new cloth on an old garment and expect the tear to be better. New day calls for new tools and new strategies. And so what are some of the new tools and new strategies for this new day that we are living in? And that's going to be the focus of my discussion today. The first new tool that we need is a new mind. Yes, I said new mind. And how do you achieve a new mind? I'm talking about a new mindset, new outlook. You know, I'm talking about new perceptions and new priorities and new values. The mind is a very powerful tool. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Gandhi said, keep your thoughts positive. Thoughts become your words. Keep your words positive. Words become behaviors. Keep your behaviors positive. Behaviors become your habits. Keep your habits positive. Habits become your values. Keep your values positive. Values become your destiny. That just tells us how powerful our thoughts are, how important our thoughts are, how important our mind, our thinking is. And that is why we must get a grip, America, and change our mind and put on a new mind. We must refuse to succumb to despair, negativity, and fear. It's hard. Fear is trying so hard to cripple us. We must take on a winner's attitude, the attitude of a champion, the mindset of champions. We must take hold of the shield of faith, and we must believe again and say, yes, we can. We shall overcome. We are more than conquerors. You know, when I'm talking about this new mind and having a new attitude and new perceptions and new faith, what comes to me is the Bible story in Numbers chapter 13. Many of you know that I derive a lot of my inspiration and my strength and my faith and my courage from the Bible. So I reference the Bible often. So a Bible story in Numbers 13 is about Joshua and Caleb and 10 other individuals who were called to spy out the land of Canaan. This was the land that God had apparently promised to them. And 10 of them went to spy the land. 12 of them in total, I beg your pardon, went to spy the land. 10 saw impossibility. They saw roadblocks. They saw obstacles. They saw challenges. Joshua and Caleb, on the other hand, just 2 individuals, saw the same land full of giants, yet they saw victory. They saw possibility. They saw opportunity. They saw progress. The difference was in their minds. The difference was in their perception. The difference was in their faith. The first group, the majority, were naysayers, and they got what they saw with their mind. They got defeat. They were not able to possess the land and enter into the land and into the promise. The second group, however, the minority, just 2, they also got what they saw with their mind. They got victory and they got the promise. So get a new mind. Get a grip. Believe again. For this new day, you need a new mind and a new attitude that says, I will succeed. I am only passing through. The storm doesn't last forever. I will overcome. The sun will shine again. The other tool, the next tool that we need for this new day is a set of new values. Our values are our priorities. They're our belief system. They're the things we live by. In this new day, we cannot continue to make the almighty dollar our God. Everything can no longer be about the bottom line. We have seen how the bottom line has taken us rock bottom. Yes, that's what I said. You heard me all right. I said pursuing the bottom line has taken America rock bottom. We have fallen very low. Right now, we're at the height of such despair and lack and unemployment and suffering, and we've seen how, therefore, embracing the almighty dollar and materialism does not pay out. We have to embrace and develop new sets of values. We have to return to our God confidence, not self-confidence, or not technological confidence, not dollar confidence, not our military confidence. In God we trust needs to become our motto again. It needs to become our foundation, our mantra again. We have seen how all other ground is sinking sand. We cannot continue to trust in riches and in money. Money is good, but money does have its limitation, a lot of limitations. I often put it like this. I say money can buy you a big bed, but it will never buy you sleep. It can buy you good medical insurance, but it will never buy you health. Money can buy you a lot of companionship and hanger on, the big crowd around you, but it will never buy you love and fulfillment. So money does have its limitation. So for this new day, it's time for new values. It's time for a new mindset. It's time for new strategies. It's time for new perceptions. It's time for new outlook. Goodbye to greed, corruption, selfishness, and all manner of sin and avarice. Welcome integrity, the fear of God, respect, love, and so on. So now we've looked at 2 new tools that we need for the new day. We've seen that we need a new mindset or a new attitude. We've seen also that we need new values. And now we have to look at the new strategies or the new perception that we need for the new day. We need new perceptions. We need to begin to look at our trials and the challenges that we're facing as a nation as a kind of sabbatical, particularly for those of us maybe who are presently unemployed or whose business isn't going so well. It's time to use this day to see it as a time of retreat, a time of regrouping, a time of learning, a time maybe, you need to come up and reinvent yourself. Maybe it's time to see it as an opportunity rather than a setback. Maybe it's time to pursue that entrepreneurial dream that you've always had. Maybe it's time to gain employment in a new field, a totally new industry. Maybe it's time to go back to school. And so there's always something new you could be doing. So see this new day, it's about your perception. See the new day as an opportunity rather than a setback, an opportunity to grow, opportunity to learn. And take a deeper look at the economy when I'm not talking about the new strategies that we need. So it's time for new strategies. So you need to take a deeper look at our economy and determine what are people's needs, what are people looking for. Colonel Sanders, the famous KFC chicken pioneer, saw an opportunity after the Great Depression when women were going back to work and in need of fast but home-like cooking. He saw an opportunity and started KFC. Rather than whining and complaining, he's made the most of the opportunity. He seized the moment, and the rest is history. So, new day, new tools, new strategies. New day, new tools, new strategies. Perhaps you've been trying to use old tools for the new day. It's not going to work. And that's why you've been hitting this brick wall and getting frustrated. It's time for you to change the attitude, change the perception, the outlook, change how you're seeing this day and this time and this season of your life. It's time to put on a new mindset. It's time to have new values and realize, like I said earlier, that it's not about the bottom line or the almighty dollar. Life is more than money and more than raiment. It's all more about relationships, about, making a difference and about integrity. I'd like to share my own personal testimony with you. You know that I'm a corporate attorney turned corporate trainer, motivational speaker, career and life coach. And 2-3 years ago, when the economy was better, most of my income came from corporations who would hire me to train their employees on subjects like customer service, time management, workplace excellence, and so on. Well, with the economy, you know what's happened. Little corporations are hiring trainers, talk less of anybody for that matter. Actually, the first thing that they cut out of the budget is staff training and development. So, I was suffering like everybody. The income wasn't coming the same way. But rather than whine and complain, what I did was sit back. I retreated and began to re-strategize. My question was, what are people in need of in this new day? And in answering that question, I found that they were still in need of motivation. They are still in need of tools. They're still in need of strategies to get back into the employment game. And so rather than waiting for HR to hire me, which was the middleman, I cut out the middleman and made my services directly available to the people who needed it. And so I began to put up my own training workshops and seminars. I mean, obviously, I cannot charge the same, but at least I'm able to stay afloat and survive these times and keep busy. So what I'm just trying to say from sharing my testimony, my story with you, is that there's a way you can make advantage of this new day if you come up with a new strategy. How is it that I can improve? What is it that I can give back? What is it that people are looking for? How best could I utilize this season of my life, this new day? How maybe I should go back to school. Maybe I should start a business, and so on and so forth, like I said earlier. I guess what I'm trying to say is this: retreat, review, regroup, re-strategize, and then launch out again. Like I said earlier, maybe it's time to learn a new skill, a new trade. Maybe it's time to get that bachelor's, that master's, that PhD that you've been putting off for years. Maybe it's time to begin that business. And if it's you're a business owner, maybe like I did, maybe it's time to start in a new way. Maybe it's time to change your focus, change your location. All I'm saying is stop attempting to use the old methods for the new day. This is a brand new day. It's a brand new season. Things have changed. And so you got to change with the times. And so you got the message. It's time to do it. It's time to really sit down and do it. It's time, like I said last month, to get a grip. It's time to cut out the middleman. It's time to try and reach the people, your target audience, directly. It's time for you to put on a new mindset, a new perception, a new attitude, new values, and a new strategy for this new day. And as you do so, I assure you that you will not only survive these times, but you will thrive. In closing, I want to ask that you stay tuned in for next month's Inspired Success, because I'll be bringing in two of my colleagues, Kay Wilson and Chris Amorosino, both experts in their own fields. And we're going to be talking about how to get back into the employment or business game, how to get back into the game. And so if you know anyone that's out of work or anyone whose business is really struggling at this time, make sure you tell them to tune in. I hope you have been inspired and empowered by today's broadcast. I want to thank you for your time. This is Princess Bola, the Total Success Coach, reminding you to keep smiling, keep believing, keep learning, keep networking, keep on keeping on. You are destined to win. You're a winner, and you're on the winning side. Until I see you again next month for Inspired Success, your monthly dose of inspiration, power. Take care, and God bless.